Hi, I'm Kevin from Trees and Trends, and today I'm standing in our setting for Forest Friends Christmas theme. And I'm going to demonstrate to you today how to put together this large teardrop decoration. Now, for the first time, we're offering these in kit form on our website at treesandtrends.com. And so when you open your package, if you decide that you're wanting to purchase this, you're going to get one 5-foot teardrop. You're going to get 2 manzanita branches, one longer, one shorter. You're going to get a full roll of 10-inch burlap mesh, and you're going to get a roll of the red open weave jute ribbon. You're going to get 2 striped ornaments, 2 burlap ornaments, and a pair of cardinals. And so when we're going to start this, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our large branch and work that in behind our bow. So we're going to take that and shape it out a bit and tie it down into the center at the approximate location of where our bow would go, which is where all of our focal point is going to be. Okay, once we have that tied, then we're ready to start with our bow. Now the reason we're doing that is so that it doesn't mash the bow down if you put that on second. So anytime you're doing something that has a thick trunk or stem or anything like that, you want to put that on first. Okay, to start our bow, we're going to gather our ribbon in. We're just going to do a tail of 12, 14 inches there. When you're doing this, your kit will make 2. You get 2 of everything. And so to be sure that your ribbon comes out all at the same length for both, then I recommend you cutting your ribbon in half so that you've got 5 yards for each. That way you won't be surprised with one longer than the other or one bow is larger than the other. Okay, we're doing that half twist that you see in our bow making video, and doing your loops. We're going to do 3 loops with the burlap. And we're going to tie those down in the center in the same fashion that we did to the branch, and just give that a couple of twists so we fluff everything out there. And we're going to lift the burlap under that branch tip a bit. Okay, and we're going to leave that alone. We're going to start with our second ribbon, which is the red open weave. We're going to leave a tail about so long. Gather that in, do our half twist. Make loop 1, half twist. Loop 2. Another half twist. Loop 3, gather that in, and you're ready to tie that into the center of the burlap bow. Spread those loops accordingly so they fall in between the others. Take the tail of the open weave and bring it down alongside the tail of the burlap. And then I'm going to kind of loop that so it falls through that branch. So now we're ready to move down to our first swag. As a kind of guide or measurement, you want to come down about halfway the length of your teardrop to make your first gather. Now this is just a guide to help give you a consistent length of where to do this. And then you're going to gather the other end beside it. Then you're going to raise that up until you're able to make a swag. You've got some fullness going on there that's a little loose, and it gives you a nice graceful curve. And then you're going to tie that down along the center spine of your teardrop. And we're going to move on down and make our second swag, and that one's going to swag in the other direction. You can see how we're going here, and then we're going here, and then we drop on down to the tip. So again, I'm going to come down, not quite all the way, but I've just got maybe a foot left to the tip of the teardrop, and I'm going to gather there. I'm going to bring that red across to the outside, so it's crossing back and forth over the piece. That's just because it's my accent color and it's my smaller ribbon. Okay, and then I'm going to raise that up a little bit so that again I've got that swag going. And I'm going to use a couple of the evergreen pieces and tie that down. And then I'm ready to come down toward the end and trim straight across. This mesh ravels, so if you cut on the angle like I would with a cloth ribbon, for instance, then I've got much more potential for raveling there, and on this particular piece I don't really want that. And I'm going to bring the red on down and cut it at approximately the same length. Now that has the ribbon applied, and you can see how that falls on the piece. Okay, now then we're ready to add in our other items. We have our second branch, so I'm going to shape that out a bit, and it follows the angled line of the other one, and I'm tying that in up top. And now, as you can see, that's going to wobble a bit if you just leave that one tie. So I'm going to take another couple of the pieces back here and just tie that also. That gives it a second anchor. Just helps to hold it in place a bit more. Now then, next we're going to add our other ornaments. So we're going to take one of the larger burlap pieces in the dark red and cut off the hanger, and I'm going to dip that in the glue and place in the center portion where it's pushed against those greenery ties that we had and also against the branch. And then I'm going to take one of the striped balls, doing the same thing, and press that in. Now those go at an angle also. You see, we're at an angle, not straight across. When you do things straight across, it's very static and it chops the piece off visually. So you want more movement. You want your movement to flow from side to side in a sinuous form. Now we've got that done. Next is the middle section, and that's going to be our secondary weight. You want your visual weight to taper off as you move down the piece. And I'm going to put that in where that swag was tied down. Now then, you see I have the dark red here, and in this time I've angled it over so it's on the other side. So again, I've got movement going. I don't have a straight line forming. And then my final ornament, cut off that hanger, and it's going to go at the bottom at that last tie area, and it'll go just slightly to the side, not so much as the others. Okay, now then we're just left with our two cardinals. So I'm going to let's see, I'm going to locate a nice place there. Sometimes you will have the tip where you can still clip onto, and in this case I'm going to move one down because those were a little short, and so he'll tuck right in there like so. You can also glue him or apply a little bit of glue to the back side so that he sticks onto the ribbon. And then this one, again, I also have the tips coming out here, and so you can clip him on beside that ball, and there you have your completed project. As you can see here. Now again, you can get all of these items at Trees and Trends. You can order online in kit form so that you're getting all of the ingredients to do 2 of these in the one package. Or you can just use the ideas that you see here and create with your own products. So I hope you've enjoyed and been inspired and have a lot of fun with working on your Christmas theme for this year.